Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Fireman's Park in Columbus, Wisconsin, on another night of Nekoosa High School football. Week number 4 features a very interesting matchup as the Papermakers take on the Columbus Cardinals in non-conference gridiron action. My name is Tom Curse. Behind the camera tonight, Mr. Jim Allen. We're certainly glad to be here, certainly glad you could join us. Thanks go out to Nekoosa High School and River City's Community Access for helping us bring you presentations of NHS sports. Nekoosa pays their first visit ever to Columbus this evening. This game is an instant rivalry, though, as head coach Jason Becker's Papermakers take the field against the Cardinals and former Nekoosa head coach Scott Hilber. Hilber spent a decade plus in Nekoosa and built a formidable program from scratch, may I say, that included 3 trips to level 3 action in the WIAA playoffs. Tonight's opponents are off to a very good start, both of them. That adds up to an intriguing night of football here at Fireman's Park. Columbus enters the contest with a 2-1 season mark. Their wins came over Parkview and Waterloo. Their lone loss came in a very close decision, 20-17 loss to Whitewater. The Cardinals, a member of the Capital North Conference, like to run the football and feature a pair of running backs that both average over 100 yards per outing. While Nekoosa's run defense has been good this year, they'll certainly be challenged tonight by the wing T attack of this Columbus offense. Nekoosa opened the season with a 23-19 win over Omro. They followed that up with a 30-14 spanking of Byron, Illinois. Last week, the Papermakers put up their 3rd win with a 35-0 victory over Poynette. The Papermakers, too, have run the ball well this season. Senior Brett Merritt leads the team in rushing with 318 yards and 2 touchdowns. Close behind, though, is senior Colton Kokoka. He's put up 200 yards of his own and has 3 scores, all of those, by the way, coming last week against Poynette. This is Nekoosa's first road game on the season. It'll certainly be interesting to see how well the Papermakers play away from the friendly confines of Holland Field. Nekoosa's going to kick it off to begin this ball game tonight. The Papermakers, of course, in their traveling white jerseys with the blue trim. Brad Savage up. 2 men deep for the Cardinals. And we are underway. Short kick picked up by number 10, Eric Rupp. And Rupp picks his way across the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. Again, a wing T offense tonight. Coach Hilber's bread and butter while he was at Nekoosa. Cardinals will start Chance Schick, a 6'3", 230-pound senior at quarterback. 2 running backs behind him on first down. They hand it off left side. Kyle Geiger with the football. And a short gain. Actually marked the ball from the 31 on that play. Geiger brought it up to about the 32-yard line. Beautiful night for football. We have finally lost the heat that has been part of high school football the first 3 weeks of this season. Tonight, the temperature around 60 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Man in motion as the Cardinals run it again, this time across the 35, out near the 36-yard line. That's Geiger one more time. Still about 5 yards away from first down yardage, though. Nekoosa, a mainly senior-oriented team. A couple of underclassmen on that defense, including one of the linebackers, Tarek Tuttle. Actually, 2 of the linebackers, Tuttle and Aaron Peckham. 3rd and 5. Little counter play. Geiger one more time, and he's going to be short of the first down. Brought down at the 39-yard line. And let's see if Coach Hilber sends out the punt crew. 4th down and a long one. They need to get to almost the 41-yard line for that first down. And on to punt number 6, Kyle Geiger. Excuse me, the last carry was by Tarek Hirschleb. Punt down inside the 30-yard line. Colton Nekoosa wants nothing to do with that one. And Nekoosa will take over right there. Nekoosa 3-0 on the season. They're led by quarterback Owen Linsmeyer. Behind him in the backfield, seniors Brett Merritt and Colton Nekoosa. Nekoosa spreads it out on first down. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Big gaps in that front line. They run the wing back, and that's a new face, I believe. Number 7, the ball carrier for Nekoosa. Number 7, Hunter Sipla, seeing his first action of the year. Sipla, a junior. He's a transfer student this year from Adams Friendship. Starting at the wingback position. Again, Nekoosa spreads it out. 4 receivers in the game, a single back behind the quarterback. That single back, Brett Merritt, tripped up in the backfield. Nice play by big number 75, Mitch Schleicher. Pardon me murdering these names, but they're all new to me tonight. I really can't hear the PA announcer very well where we're situated. A loss of about 3 that time for Merritt. So Nekoosa now facing a 3rd and 5. They'll run it again. Merritt one more time. Nothing there at all. A nice play inside by 2 or 3 of the Cardinals. Dylan Van Sickle, one of those on the stop. Van Sickle, one of the linebackers for the Cardinals, 5'10", 215. So it's going to be 3 and out for Nekoosa. And on to punt now is Brad Savage. Kicks a wobbler. It's going to hit about the 40. Takes a Nekoosa roll down near the 30-yard line. It's going to be down there. So both teams have had one possession now as they feel each other out. I don't ever remember Nekoosa and Columbus getting together for football before. I think I read in the paper that they were saying this was the first time ever meeting between these 2 schools on the football field. From the 30-yard line. I believe that's Geiger with the football off the right side. I see Hunter Sipla on the field also defensively for Nekoosa tonight. He made the stop. 3 yards on the carry. Cardinals part of the Capital North Conference. They've had a rough in that conference over the past several years. I don't believe they finished better than 1-4 for about 7 years. They'll throw. A late throw and a good catch. Actually intercepted by Nekoosa, but out of bounds. Ryan Prosser was the intended receiver. Again, Nekoosa in coverage. The ball was thrown so late, though. The quarterback, Schick, was fortunate it wasn't picked off in bounds. Columbus will not throw the ball much. They want to beat you on the ground. 3rd and 7, they'll throw again. Schick, good throw. And a drop this time by Prosser. Brett Merritt in on the coverage that time for Nekoosa. 4th down, rolls around one more time for Columbus. Columbus about 2 hours from Nekoosa. about 25 miles southeast of Portage. Colton Nekoosa from the 35. Broke a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and fights his way across the 45. Nice return by Colton. Interesting setup here at Fireman's Park. Setup is fairly similar to Nekoosa, where the baseball outfield is really used for the football field. Looking straight out from our vantage point, you can see the backstop used for baseball and the infield where the Nekoosa bench is. Brett Merritt on first down. Good yardage left side. Across midfield down to about the 46-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the run. We're going to give him 6 on the run, 2nd and 4 for the Papermakers. Pretty low to the ground here at Fireman's Park. The players are very close to us as we watch the action. Great vantage point for the fans. Again, a single back behind the quarterback, Linsmeyer. Colton Nekoosa has got a first down inside the 40-yard line to about the 37. First down of the night for either team. 10 yards on the carry for Colton. It's the second time Nekoosa's run that play from that spread formation. I believe Nekoosa is one of the 2 players that lines up in the slot when they have the 4 wideouts. He came back to get that handoff from Linsmeyer. Wyatt Caberly over the football for Nekoosa. 1st and 10 from the 37. Everybody tight this time. Nekoosa. Across the 35. Good determined run there by Colton. Four yards on the carry. Maybe 5. Colton running very hard in the early going here. Suppose the Nekoosa players really want to show Coach Hilber their best tonight. Of course, they want to show Coach Becker their best too. But probably a little more incentive tonight, a little more emotion. And unfortunately, Nekoosa turns it over. Linsmeyer and Merritt have problems with the exchange. And they put the ball on the ground, recovered by Columbus. And a promising start to a drive fizzles right there. Last week, Nekoosa was the benefactor of 4 Poinette turnovers, 3 fumbles, and an interception. Tonight, it's the Papermakers turning it over here in the first quarter. Schick hands it off to the fullback. Short gain. Number 54, Geraldo Gonzalez in on the stop for Nekoosa after a gain of 2. Columbus has run the football 5 times thus far for 14 yards. Make that 13 yards. They're 0 for 2 throwing the football. 2nd and 8. They run left. Good hold this time. And Kyle Geiger picks up a nice gain of about 6 on the play. Still a couple short of the first down. And the football position at the 42-yard line. Look at the Columbus 42-yard line. Sort of hard to pick up the position of the football tonight, too. We're a little bit low. And the lines out there are not that well drawn right now. A little bit faded. Procedure penalty on Columbus is going to set them back 5 yards. So instead of a 3rd and 2, we're now looking at a 3rd and 7 for Columbus. Wyatt Brockle brings in the play from Coach Hilber's bench. Look for Schick to throw here on 3rd down and 7. Good spot for a screen. Schick, quick slant, had a man open, number 34, Prosser. Ryan Prosser was obviously a favorite target of Schick. Couldn't pull that one in because Schick was a little bit off with the throw, behind Prosser that time. So again, 4th down and the punt team on. Kyle Geiger does the punting for the Cardinals. Colton Kokoka, the deep man. Tarek Tuttle and number 47, Justin Mortel, also back. This is Colton. Gets it back to the 40-yard line. So again, Nekoosa with very good field position to start this drive. Played almost 9 minutes, 3:48 to play here in the first quarter. Still no score. But the punters are getting a workout. You know, Nekoosa topped Poinette last week 35-0, but boy, that's sort of a deceiving outcome. Nekoosa played well, no doubt, but they were actually outgained in that ball game by Poinette. Like 208 to 200 yards. When Nekoosa managed to put up 35, a lot of it due to those turnovers. Cipla on 1st down. Jarred out of bounds right in front of that Columbus bench. But again, a nice gain of about 5 for Cipla. Xavier Facenti brings in the play now from Coach Becker's bench. Nice crowd on hand. It was really a late arriving crowd. About 20 minutes before the ball game, bleachers were pretty much empty. Cipla in motion. They run the other way with Kokoka. Colton picks his way through the 40, the 30. One man to beat. Touchdown, Nekoosa. No flags. Colton Kokoka. Off tackle, left side, 55 yards for the score. And Nekoosa on top 6-0 with 3:33 to play here in the first quarter. The big play strikes. And Nekoosa on the board. Kokoka had 3 scores last week. He picks up tonight where he left off then. Brad Savage on. Owen Linsmeyer to hold. And Savage misses, pushed it right. 3:33 to play first quarter. Our score, Nekoosa 6 and Columbus 0. Brad Savage kicks it deep near the goal line. Picked up by Tarek Hirschleb. Hirschleb left side. Cipla makes a good play. He's in on the stop, as is number 25, McDonald. Matt McDonald. And good coverage after a good kick by Savage is going to put Columbus at about the 21-yard line. They now trail by 6. We still have 3:26 to play in the quarter. Still looking for their first down. Schick on first down. Hirschlev gets outside. There's that first down. Tarek Hirschlev, a 6'1", 170-pound junior, takes it from that halfback position for 14 yards and first down number 1 for the Cardinals. Nekoosa with a 4-man front, 4 linebackers behind them. Pitch left. Good play this time by Aaron Peckham. And he holds Hirschlev again to a fairly short gain of 3, I believe. Jim and I fortunate enough to be in the band section tonight here at Fireman's Park. It reminds me a lot of Waterloo and our experience down there for the American Legion baseball tournament about 10 years ago. Right side run, Kyle Geiger maybe to the 40-yard line. They mark the ball right at the 40. They need to get to the 45 here for a first down. Prosser, the lone receiver, he lines up wide left. They run it right. Little reverse, inside reverse, and very close to first down yardage is the running back. And they're going to mark it in a position where it should be a first down. Who is that? Number 30, I believe, with the football. Mitch Hazy picks up the 5 yards and a first down for the Cardinals. So after a couple of 3 and outs, Columbus now moving the football. 1st and 10 at the 45. Fullback straight ahead, big hole, breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Columbus. Kyle Geiger takes it 55 yards. How about that? He matches Nekoosa. And Columbus ties this ball game at 6 with 1:24 to play in the first quarter. And the band strikes up a little prematurely as they're still running a play out there for the extra point. They're going to attempt to kick the point. Number 80, Will Stormer, on to attempt the try. And that is pulled to the left. And this score is going to stay tied. 1:24 to play, first quarter. We're tied at 6. Kickoff hits the ground at about the 25, and Brett Merritt, number 24, Cody Schmidt, got in trouble right away. He's brought down near the 20-yard line, actually inside the 20-yard line. Good coverage by this special team for Columbus. Nekoosa pinned back now to their own 17-yard line, they're going to say. And that's where Nekoosa will start this drive. Hopefully end it on the other end, in the end zone. 1:15 to play yet in the quarter. Nekoosa runs the ball right side. I believe that's Merritt. Now that's Tarek Tuttle with the football. So the sophomore gets a carry in the backfield. Picks up about 3. Be big for Nekoosa to get a few first downs. Try to change that field advantage again. 2nd and 7. Linsmeyer looking for a receiver, in trouble. And Owen is going to pick up a few. And go down at about the 22. About 3 yards for Owen on the scramble. Nekoosa threw the ball well 2 weeks ago against Byron. Owen with like 7 completions in that ball game and a couple of scores. Also threw a touchdown pass in the season opener. Nekoosa threw the ball only once last week and did not complete the pass. Clock winds down. The first quarter is history. It's a good one. We've got a good ball game for you tonight. Our score after 1, Nekoosa 6 and Columbus 6. Both teams heading in the other direction now as we begin quarter number 2. Nekoosa facing a third down, a big third down, and about 6 to begin the quarter. Owen tries to set up the screen, and that is smelled out. Flags on the play, probably a holding call also coming up on Nekoosa. Just didn't set that up real well that time. A little obvious that the ball was going out to that flat area. And Columbus smelled it out easily. It is a holding penalty on Nekoosa. That penalty, there's also a penalty on Columbus. So they're offsetting penalties. Nekoosa catches a break there as someone got a piece of the face mask of Peckham that time. And we'll replay third down. Week number 4 of the football season. Conference play begins next week. And the Papermakers will be home next Friday night. I believe they take on Mauston to start the season. They'll run it on third down here. Tarek Tuttle, good effort. He's short of the first down. Got up to the 35. He needs about the 37. And looks like Nekoosa is going to have to punt one more time, make that the 27. So for the 4th time tonight, Brad Savage make that 3rd time. Brad Savage on. Punted away. It's a good punt here. Fair catch called for and made. On the other end by number 30, Mitch Hazy. So Columbus, little momentum now. Back to even, and they have the football. Very close game statistically in the first quarter. Everything on the ground, pretty much what we expected there. Nekoosa 10 rushes, 93 yards, and a touchdown. And Columbus 11 rushes, 98 yards, and a score. From the 40-yard line. Nice job by the running back, being very patient. Hirschleb following his blockers beautifully that time, gets out to about the 46-yard line. Going to mark it at the 45, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Cardinals. Now, the one game that Columbus lost this year, 20-17 squeaker to Whitewater. Columbus was ahead until the final minute of that game, and Whitewater scored with like 50 seconds to play to get the win. The other thing worth noting there is that Nekoosa, make that Columbus committed 4 turnovers in that game, yet they were in it to the very end. Kyle Geiger with a carry, picks up about 2. 3rd down and a long 2 now for Columbus. Nekoosa gets tight on that line of scrimmage. Second man through has the football, and he is going to go down. Number 56, Trent Layton, at the bottom of that pileup. Layton with good penetration. He got a lot of help from his friends. And 4th down coming up now for the Cardinals. Big defensive play that time by Layton. Again, Geiger on to punt. Again, Colton Kokoka back deep. Good snap. No rush at all from Nekoosa, and a high, wobbly kick. Kokoka calls fair catch and makes it, and he was bumped into, and no flag. Well, I don't understand that one. I mean, the Columbus player didn't try to tackle Kokoka, but he certainly made good contact with him, and no flag. So Nekoosa with the football. They will start from their 27-yard line. How many first downs this far in this game? Nekoosa only has 1. Columbus only 2. Kokoka runs wide out near the 30-yard line. Going to mark it at the 28, a gain of 3. I think Columbus, though I can't really see it very well, I think Columbus has probably pretty good size. They have 73 and 75 6'3", 220, 6'1", 250 on the right side of that defensive line. Nekoosa, Linsmeyer wants to throw. And he finally does. Looked like he was going to run it, and then he threw it again. Or decided to throw again. And left it short of Brett Merritt. You know for sure that these two teams understand each other, with Coach Hilber being in Nekoosa for so long and really defining football in Nekoosa over the past 10 years. So he understands Nekoosa to a T. And of course, we're thinking Columbus is probably going to do a lot of the things Nekoosa does. So these teams know each other well. 8:38 to play, second quarter. We're still tied at 6. So Nekoosa facing another big third down play, 3rd and 8 from their 29-yard line. Owen. Flushed it out of the pocket. Somehow gets out of there briefly. Finally thrown down by number 73, Alex Archambault. And I bet you I just murdered that name. I am so sorry, family. Archambault. Alex with a good play. 6'3", 220, chased down Linsmeyer for what? About a 11-yard loss. Punt team on. Columbus should get pretty good field position here, but Savage hits a nice kick that takes a nice bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 41. So about a 39-yard net exchange there on the Savage punt. He helps his team out. Archambault. So easy, Jim. Jeez. See Hunter Sipla out there, as I mentioned before, defensively. He's one of the linebackers for Nekoosa, along with Tarek Tuttle and Trent Layton and Aaron Peckham. Hunter Miller at one end. Excuse me, Sipla is the left end. Good rush on the quarterback. Schick goes down. Caught by number 7, Hunter Sipla. So Sipla seeing his first action, making a difference out there. As Coach Hilbert tries to surprise Nekoosa, throwing the football on first down. But it's obvious that throwing the football is not the strength for either one of these teams. At least at this point in the season. Reminds me of one other thing I wanted to mention. It's coming up in a second. Second down at about 14. Again, Schick the throw. Again, Sipla pressuring him out of the pocket. And the quarterback takes a hard hit as Layton got him low. A couple of other Nekoosa pacemakers got him high. But Schick bounces right back up, and he's ready for another play. Black River Falls, I see, was beaten last week for the first time in this season. And boy, I was thinking, what a great passing game they have. And I looked up the stats today for the Black River Falls quarterback. I think it's Ethan Young. And yeah, he's throwing for like 200 yards a game. He's got 10 touchdowns already through 3 games. So if you want to see a passing game, go to Black River Falls. Schick will throw here. Got his target. Down the right sideline is Wyatt Brockle. Not sure who the Nekoosa player was. Came up. It looked like he was going to get a pick of the ball. But somehow it went right by the Nekoosa defender. And down the sideline went Wyatt Brockle for a huge pickup. Got to mark it at the 19. So about a .35-yard pitch and catch for Columbus. Back to the ground, big hole left side. Geiger down inside the 15, I believe. They're going to mark it at the 13. And second and short coming up for Columbus. Nekoosa digs in defensively. Everybody tight for the Cardinals. And we get a flag. Somebody lined up offside. It's going to go on Columbus. So that's a big play. That's a mental mistake I don't think Coach Hilber will be too pleased about. Schick comes over to talk to his coach. Get the next play. Wingback on the right side this time. Two backs behind the quarterback. They run right. Good pursuit by Nekoosa. Hirschleb brought down by Justin Mortel after a gain of, actually probably a loss of one. That was a gain of a couple. That's why we had the 5-yard penalty. So with all that, we're up to third down already. Third down and a long 6. 4 down territory for the Cardinals, that's for certain. They pitch it. Good cut. Toward the end zone. Did he get in? Kyle Geiger, the ball carrier. And he does have a first down to about the 5-yard line. First and goal. Columbus has gained a lot of momentum after that 55-yard touchdown run late in the first quarter. Now they're knocking at the door again. Geiger again. Didn't get in, but positive yardage down to about the 2. Clock running, 3:55 to play in the quarter and a half. Ball line up on the right hash mark, and the quarterback Schick keeps the football, and he's in to score. Chance Schick calls his own number, takes it 2 yards. Columbus now on top of Nekoosa 12-6 with 3:37 to play here in the second quarter. Nice drive put together by the Cardinals. Of course, a big play. That 35-yard pass from Schick to Brockel. They really set up the scoring. Columbus needs a timeout. 3:37 to play in the half. After a little bit of debate, Columbus has decided to kick the football here for the try. And this time, I believe it's number 80, Will Stormer. Boots it through. 3:37 to play in the half. It's now Columbus 13 and Nekoosa 6. Nekoosa trailing for the first time tonight. We'll get the football back. A squib kick this time. Tarek Tuttle picks it up at the 30. And Tarek makes it about 2 yards forward before he is crushed by about 4 or 5 Cardinals. You ever been hit by a Cardinal, Jim? They hit hard, obviously. So see what Nekoosa can get going now with only 3:34 to play in the half. It'd be sure nice to get more points on the board, but then again, you don't want to give it back to Columbus with a lot of time left on that clock. Straight ahead dive play. Tarek Tuttle, the ball carrier. And Tarek across the 35 to the 36. Nekoosa huddles up. I'm going to check out the backfield here. I know Kokoka's back there yet. And, of course, Tuttle had the last carry. So Brett Merritt not in the backfield right now. Aaron Peckham lined up in the wingback position on the right side. Owen, Leighton in front of him, puts it downfield looking for Xavier Vicente and overthrows him. Good protection that time for Owen. Actually, if Owen wanted to run on that play, he might have picked up a few yards. The misdirection had Columbus flowing the other way. And Owen did have Trent Leighton in front of him. Third down now and about 6. It's like the same play. This time a great throw by Linsmeyer and a good catch by Tarek Tuttle. And we're going to get a penalty on the end of it as well for a face mask penalty. So finally Nekoosa hooks up in the air. 30-yard pickup. Make that a 20-yard pickup to the 40-yard line. And the face mask penalty added on to that. Let's see, is it 5, 10, or 15? It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So they'll take it all the way from the 40 down to the 25. So in essence, a 35-yard play for Nekoosa. Third penalty on the night for Columbus. Nekoosa yet to commit one. I shouldn't have said that. First down play. Owen needs to get rid of the football. Somehow he eludes a few tacklers, but is going to go down for a loss. Well, an old guy like me, when I see something like that, I think Fran Tarkington. Fran only about 75 years old now. But yeah, he used to scramble around all the time back there without purpose for the most part. Owen made a couple of good moves, but boy, I tell you, it's dangerous. Holding the football out there in that passing hand. Invitation to a fumble also. Lost a yard on that play, 2nd and 11. Now they run. Brett Merritt. No, that's Tarek Tuttle again. And he's caught in the backfield by number 80, Will Stormer. So all of a sudden, Nekoosa, or quite quickly, Nekoosa facing a 3rd and 10. And the Papermakers are going to take a timeout and talk it over. As I mentioned, the conference season begins next week. Nekoosa will be at home at Holland Field for a 7 o'clock ball game. And they will be taking on Mauston, I believe. I still can't find it in my book. That's pretty sad, isn't it, Tom? So anyway, hope to see you out at Holland Field next Friday night for that conference opener. All the games after tonight, the remaining 5 games, all conference ball games, 3 of those at home. Nekoosa catching a good schedule this year. Now the Papermakers looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, the ball at about the 30-yard line. Linsmeyer wanted to throw it quickly. Now he's going to go down. From the dark side or the backside, Kyle Geiger buries the Nekoosa quarterback for about an 8-yard loss. And you know, that puts Nekoosa pretty much out of field goal range. They do have a fine kicker in Savage, but right now this would be like a 52-yard attempt. So you may see the Papermakers go for it here. I'm the cautious type. I'd actually punt the football and try to pooch it down inside the 20-yard line. Nekoosa wisely letting time run off the clock. I think they're going to take it down as far as they can and then call timeout. 46 seconds to play, 13-6 Columbus.
Oh, right there.
Nekoosa attempts to throw the football. On 3rd and long, and it's picked off by a Columbus Cardinal on the far right side. I couldn't see who that was, but either way, it's going to be Columbus football with just 39 seconds left to play here in the quarter. Nekoosa's second turnover on the night, and the Cardinals have it back with 39 seconds to play. I'm not sure. I think they have 2 timeouts remaining yet. They're going to take a knee. Don't want to turn the ball over down here. Now they are satisfied with the outcome of this first half. They'd like to go back in and talk about it, as would Nekoosa, as they need to regroup a little bit and figure out how to move the ball efficiently against this Columbus defense. Done a pretty good job of shutting down the Nekoosa rushing game, that's for sure. Only the big play, 55-yard run by Nekoosa, haunting the Cardinals here in the first half. Clock winds down to 1 second, and that's the end of the first half. So good first half of football action. 24 minutes yet to come. Our score at halftime: Columbus 13 and Nekoosa 6. Well, welcome back to Columbus in the second half of this ball game tonight between Nekoosa and the Columbus Cardinals. Columbus on top, 13-6 at the break. Nekoosa jumped on top early in this ball game. A 55-yard run put them on top in the first quarter. Columbus matched that late in the first quarter, and then a touchdown following a big pass completion gave Columbus that 13-6 advantage. Cody Schmidt with a good effort, returning the second half kickoff. He's brought down at the 38-yard line. Hirschlip with a stop, and Nekoosa with a new set of downs to begin this third quarter. Nekoosa with 159 yards of offense in that first quarter. Make that first half, 124 of those coming on the ground. Excuse me, that's 159 for Columbus. 124 of those coming on the ground. Nekoosa with 112 total yards. Papermakers only managed 20 yards of offense in that second quarter. They start out the third quarter here losing 3 yards on first down. We'll make that gaining 3 yards on first down. Owen Linsmeyer still the quarterback, Tarek Tuttle. And Colton Nekoosa behind the quarterback. Aaron Peckham, the wingback, he's in motion. Second man through is Nekoosa, and he's buried. Number 28 and number 22 meet together at the Nekoosa running back. 22 is Blake Streeter. Number 28, Wyatt Brockle. Loss of about 2. And third and long. Nekoosa's been third and long quite a bit tonight. Very little success throwing the football for the Papermakers. 1 out of 3 in that first half for 20 yards. They send 2 receivers left, 2 right. Nekoosa in motion. He gets the football. And he's got a lot of friends out there wearing red shirts in that area. No gain for Colton. And fourth down comes quickly for Nekoosa. Again, Streeter on the stop for the Cardinals. Brad Savage has been busy tonight, but he's been busy for the most part acting as a punter, not a kicker. Good snap. Dropped the football but got it away. And again, it takes a very good Nekoosa hop, and for some reason Cody Schmidt picked it up. He thought it hit a Columbus player, but it did not according to the official, and because of that Columbus probably saves about 10 yards in field position. So the Cardinals bring their wing to the field. Again, they had some success moving the football in that first half, but for the most part, it was a defensive battle. Really, three big plays making up, three key plays making up the scoring in that first half. Two long runs and a long pass completion that set up a short run. Nekoosa stiffens on first down. Big number 72, Tristan Holden, in on the stop. And number 34, Brett Merritt. It's interesting that Merritt is playing defense tonight for the Papermakers, but we're not seeing a whole lot of him offensively. We've seen a lot of Tarek Tuttle tonight. And Brett off to a pretty good start this football season. Little counter play, and the penetration of Nekoosa eats up that play. Tarek Tuttle makes the stop from his linebacker position, about 3 yards deep in the backfield. So Nekoosa fired up defensively. Boy, look at Coach Becker over there. He's got shorts on. You must think it's still summertime, hey, Jim? In reality, it's about, what, 55 degrees maybe? Not much of a, well, really no wind at all tonight. So, again, ideal playing conditions. Third down and about 13. Schick. Got a man. Wyatt Brockle with another big play. Boy, Schick really did a nice job at threading the needle. Got that ball in there to Brockle. And the big tight end made a good play. Injury on the field, 8:30 to play, third quarter. Cody Schmidt was the injured papermaker. He walked off the field under his own power. We just might see Cody back in the ball game yet tonight. After the big play, the Cardinals now 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Schick wants to throw again. Again, he's got number 28, Wyatt Brockle. We have a flag down after the catch. I believe they're going to get a block in the back. And I believe they're going to call it on number 30, Mitch Hazy. Because Mitch Hazy can't believe it. I did not see it, one way or the other. Jim? No? I tell you, Wyatt Brockle is really making a difference in this ball game. You know, at the beginning of the ball game, Schick was looking for, I thought it was number 46, but that's not, can't be number 46.
Shake it off, Brett! Shake it off, Brett!
34, Ryan Prosser, like his first few throws. And now Brockle's become a favorite target. So the penalty, a block in the back,
Run it again!
results in a replay of the down. It's first down, but only 5 yards to go now for that first down. Ball marked at the 45-yard line. Columbus will run it this time. Number 30 with the football, that's Mitch Hazy. And Hazy's got first down yardage to the 48 of Nekoosa. Matt McDonald brought him down. And Hunter Zipla also in on the step. Why is Nekoosa moving back now? Penalty on that play? No. For some reason, Nekoosa huddling up way back at the 40-yard line. The ball's at the 49. Now they get up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff straight ahead, a huge hole. Huge hole. Missed tackle, and Kyle Geiger goes the distance. 48 yards for Kyle Geiger. And Columbus increases the lead. Now to 19-0 with 7:33 to play here in the third period. So Columbus and Coach Hilber comes out and throws the ball a little more than you think to begin the quarter. And then they pop Geiger through the middle for a 48-yard score. Will Stormer kicks the ball deep into the night. The conversion's good. 7:33 to play in the third. It's now Columbus 20 and Nekoosa 6. Number 66 will put the ball in play. That's Nathan Virgin. And that ball needs to be covered up and is finally covered up at about the 31-yard line by Colton Nekoosa, I believe. That was a weird-looking kick that actually started heading in the other direction when it got down toward the return men. And Nekoosa made a pretty good play on that ball, just covering up. So Nekoosa was some work to do. 7:33 yet to play here in the third quarter, but they are down 2 scores. They go to the air, trying the quick screen, and a poor throw from Linsmeyer to Vicente results in an incompletion. Looked like Columbus had that play defended pretty well anyway. But Owen rushed the throw and not close to Xavier. Second and 10 now for the Papermakers. The ball marked at the 31-yard line. Back to the ground. Tarek Tuttle. Good run, but he coughed the football up. Who's got it? Nekoosa got it back. Nekoosa catches a break as the sophomore Tuttle lost the football on a good hit. And it's recovered out close to a first down. We may have a measurement. And we will. First of the night. So I mentioned before, Nekoosa will be at home next week. They will take on Mauston for certain in the opener of the South Central Conference for both teams, of course. Other games next week, Watoma's at Adams Friendship and the Dells will be at Westfield. Tonight, besides this ball game, Wisconsin Heights is at Mauston. The Dells at Lakeside Lutheran, Waterloo at Adams Friendship, Watoma at Lake Mills, and New Glarus Monticello is at Westfield. Nekoosa and the Dells still 3-0 on the season coming into tonight's action. Westfield 2-1, Adams Friendship and Mauston 1-2, and Watoma 0-3. Nekoosa was short of that first down. Now they got a big third down facing them. And who's that with the football? And a good strong run. Colton Nekoosa showing a little bit of strength that time. He picks up the first down easily all the way down to make that midfield. Nekoosa quickly to the line of scrimmage, and they pitch it. Tuttle. 5 yards for Tarek. Boy, it's so hard to read those yard markers out there. He's down to the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5. Again, Nekoosa hurry up. And again, they run it. Tuttle right side. Takes it to the 40. That may be another first down. It's a little urgency in the Papermakers here, and they're moving the football. 6:41 to play now in the third. And Coach Hilber is going to take a Columbus timeout. So a good strategy by Coach Becker. Got the Columbus defense on their heels there for a couple of plays. Again, Coach Hilber wants to talk it over. 6:41 to play in the third. First down for Nekoosa. The ball at the Columbus 40-yard line. Receiver split left and right. Quarterback keeps the football, and Owen maybe picks up a couple. Thought he saw something in the middle that time, but it closed in a hurry. And again, Nekoosa to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2nd and 8. Pitch it. Colton makes a good cut, and he is down to about the 34. He needs to get to the 30 for that first down yardage. So Nekoosa facing a 3rd and 4, again, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Peckham in motion. Tuttle has a good hole right side. He's got a first down. Just inside the 30-yard line, that's all he needed. And Nekoosa moving the chains. Again, no huddle. Owen. Nekoosa made a great cut and picks up about 15. Well, I sure thought Nekoosa was never going to turn that corner, but he just kept stretching it out and then made a quick cut upfield and takes it all the way down to the 15-yard line. We're going to mark it the 16. So 13 on the carry. And right back to work is Colton Nekoosa, this time for a very short, if any, gain. Actually lost one on the play. Second and 10 from the 16. Tarek Tuttle finds a gap in the middle. Down near the 10-yard line. He's inside the 10-yard line to about the 7. They say it's on the 10-yard line, but it looks like it's well inside the, oh no, it's at the 9-yard line. Colton, left side, breaks the tackle, trying for that first down. Did he get it? He did. Good effort by the Nekoosa running backs on this drive. They are running hard, and that offensive line is getting off the line of scrimmage. Papermakers first and goal. They mark the ball at the 4-yard line. Colton Nekoosa out. And no, he's still in, I'm sorry. So Nekoosa and Tuttle in the backfield behind the quarterback, Linsmeyer. Peckham, the wingback, on the left side, and Nekoosa with a false start. Center snapped the ball early. Actually, it should have been a, well, I guess Nekoosa wasn't set, you could say, right? So the miscommunication hurts, and it hurts a lot. The ball back to the 9-yard line. Now we're first and goal from the 9. And the yards get tough down there inside the 10-yard line. This time Nekoosa will huddle up. .430 to play in the third quarter. Nekoosa down by 14. Owen. No place to go. And he goes down. Who got him? Number 22, I believe it is. Number 22. Blake Streeter made the play. Owen lost another 5 yards there. The ball is back at about the 16-yard line now. Scoreboard says the 15, but it's now second and goal? Second and goal from the 15. So the 5-yard penalty and then a 5-yard loss by Linsmeyer. Nekoosa in trouble. And now they muff the snap. Who's got it? Boy, Nekoosa dodged another bullet. They come up with the football somehow. About 3 or 4 yards downfield. And the Papermakers getting sloppy here in the last few plays. So it looked very promising about 3 minutes ago. Looking very difficult now. Again, Nekoosa does have a good field goal kicker, but you're down 14 points with 15 minutes playing the game. Nekoosa third down and goal, the ball at the 13. Owen got a man, he dropped the football. Aaron Peckham had the football near the goal line and he just couldn't bring it in. It was a nice throw from Linsmeyer. And now Nekoosa facing fourth and goal. I don't see Brad Savage on the field yet. So it looks like Nekoosa is going to go for it here. Well, they have put together a good drive, but it's just fizzled in the last few plays. Now they need a big play. Definitely go to the air here. Peckham again. This time, was that picked off or just knocked down? Incomplete pass. Nekoosa pretty much ran the same play that time. Tried to get the ball to Peckham in the corner. And the ball maybe just a tad late, but it was also defended very well by Columbus. Nekoosa turns it over on downs. Cardinal offense back on the field with 2:41 to play, third quarter. Now Nekoosa needs to dig in defensively. Either force a turnover or force the Cardinals to punt deep from their own territory. Good first down run, though. Number 6 with the football, that's Kyle Geiger. Boy, it's so hard to tell 6 from 8 from this distance. 6 and 8. The talented running backs for Columbus, both Geiger and Hirschleb, averaging over 100 yards per game. Geiger with a big night tonight. Second down, about 4. Big hole. The race is on. Colton Nekoosa brings down, that's Hirschleb in the open field. Nekoosa saves the touchdown. Hirschleb picks up 32. And Columbus has dug themselves out of a big hole. Mark it at the 49-yard line of Nekoosa. First down, Cardinals. Man in motion gets the football. That's Mitch Hazy. He makes a couple of good maneuvers and brought down about the 43-yard line. Nekoosa in on the stop. Been a busy guy tonight, hasn't he? Gonzalez also there for the Papermakers. Possession started at the Nekoosa 16-yard line. Now second and about 3 from the 42. Geiger's got a first down, dragging Papermakers down to about the 37. Hunter Miller in on the stop, but boy, Columbus has that ground game going right now. Fresh set of downs from the 38. Everybody tight for Columbus, and we get a flag from the line judge, and I think we've got an offside again on Columbus. So now it's 1st and 15 for Columbus. Again, everybody tight. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. They pitch it. Geiger runs over Aaron Peckham on his way to about a 10-yard gain. Matt McDonald came up to put down the big running back. Well, right now, the momentum going the Columbus way. Well, their offensive line is starting to create some holes. The running backs are certainly running tough right now. Got a whole quarter to play, though. Anything can happen. But for now, this third quarter is over. Our score after 3, Columbus 20 and Nekoosa 6. So Columbus puts up the only points in the third quarter. And now the Cardinals on the drive. On the prowl. Here to begin the fourth. Hirschleb, right side. Boy, Gonzalez put him down, but Hirschleb made some nice moves to pick up about 3. Flag on the play. Let's check out the flag. Mr. Referee comes over and tells us that it is holding on the Cardinals. Penalties have been a bit of a problem for Columbus tonight. They certainly have overcome that problem, leading by 14. Nekoosa with only 1 penalty tonight, without a critical one near the goal line. Second down and long. Schick has a man wide open. That's Hirschleb. Make that Geiger. And Geiger coming out of the backfield picks up a large part of that yardage lost on the penalty and a little bit more. About 20 yards on the pickup. Boy, Schick looked very good that time throwing the football. Very comfortable. Good footwork and made a good throw to a wide open Geiger. Quick count. Geiger left side. I think he might have a first down. Referee comes over to take a look. And of course, as always, the chain's on the other side of the field. And he's going to request that those chains come out on the field. Now going into this ball game tonight, Nekoosa was actually getting some ranking press. With Sports.net, I believe in the Division 4 poll there, Nekoosa was ranked about 5 coming into tonight's game. Of course, if they don't win here tonight, they'll quickly drift off of that list. The Associated Press also had Nekoosa receiving honorable mention. And the middle schools, the Associated Press combines the schools, the large schools, the middle schools, middle-sized school, and the small schools into 3 different polls. And again, Nekoosa receiving votes. Nekoosa, by the way, they only saw a Central Conference team receiving any recognition this week, either by WithSports.net or the Associated Press. First down yardage. 1st and 10 from the 27 now for Columbus. Mix up in the backfield, I believe. Schick has the football, and he's driven out of bounds after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Sure looked like he was supposed to hand that off to Hirschleb that time. Maybe it was a planned play. I'm not sure, but either way, the quarterback made the best of it. He picked up 3 on the play. Ball marked at the 22. Can't be marked at the 22. That's got to be about the 24. .10:38 to play now in this ball game. Straight ahead. Nice play defensively by Tristan Holden as he buried Geiger that time for a very little gain. No gain on the play. Tristan, 6'2", 285-pound defensive tackle. Playing on the left side out there, next to Dylan Bauer. Gonzalez, the other tackle, and then Hunter Miller at the defensive end. 3rd down and 7. Schick trying to get outside. Threw the ball back, and they're going to rule it incomplete. That ball was intended for number 80, I believe. That is the kicker, Will Stormer, playing receiver on that play. So now 4th down comes. The question is, will Columbus attempt a field goal? If so, it'd be about a 40-yard kick. We've seen Stormer hit some extra points tonight. Looks like he has a very strong leg. But no, Columbus will go for it here. 4th and 7 from the 23. Schick, quick slant. Had his man open, missed him. And Nekoosa will get the ball on downs. Ball's about 2 yards behind the intended receiver that time. He had a step on the Nekoosa defender. But Nekoosa back on the field with their offense. 9:40 to play. Nekoosa still 2 scores down. Papermakers with a lot of success on their last possession, running the no huddle. They're a long way from the end zone, though, starting from their own 23-yard line. Sipla lines up wide right. He's in motion. He gets the football. Hunter almost got through there, out to about the 30. There's new faces for Nekoosa tonight offensively. We haven't seen Hunter Sipla at all in the first 3 ball games. And of course, Tarek Tuttle in the backfield, replacing Brett Merritt tonight. 2nd and 3 from the 30. Big splits again in the Nekoosa offensive line. Nekoosa runs left. Got away from a couple and battles his way out for a first down. Boy, Colton Nekoosa has really run tough tonight for Nekoosa. Every run. First down for Nekoosa. Ball at the 37-yard line, I believe. Who got that carry? That was Nekoosa again. Colton picks up 2 on the right side. No huddle for Nekoosa. 1 right side, nothing doing. Number 60 gets in the way this time. Number 60 being Colton Lysis, a 6'3", 265-pound defensive lineman. Boy, Columbus has some size. No doubt about that. They were a young team last year, too. I looked at the all-conference team for their conference earlier today, and all the Columbus all-conference players were underclassmen last year. Nice move by Ryan Liebherr as he catches the Owen Linsmeyer toss and makes a quick move to the sideline to pick up a first down. So Nekoosa reaches midfield at the 7:57 mark. They started this drive from their own 23. Man in motion, Nekoosa with the football, back to the line of scrimmage. Stormer, I believe, made the stop. And Nekoosa back to having a huddle again. Time running a bit short, though. 7:20 now to play. 2nd and 9. Straight ahead. Looked like nothing, but boy, the ball carrier, Tarek Tuttle, kept those feet going, those legs going, and ends up with a 3-yard carry. Well, you can't ask for any more effort than what we've seen tonight from the Nekoosa running backs. They have gained yards, they have gained tough yards. 3rd and about 6. Owen dumps it off. He's got a man. First down yardage. Colton Nekoosa caught that football. Owen with a quick little toss that time. Colton takes it down to the 32, and Nekoosa with a new set of downs, 6:35 to play in the game. They trail by 14. Nekoosa again. Brought down by 28. Wyatt Brockle. All night tonight, Nekoosa tried to get wide on this Columbus defense, and Columbus has done a great job of containing. And the Nekoosa running backs, for the most part, have just been trying to find a seam to cut the ball upfield. That time, Colton could find none. Good defense. Counter play inside. Colton with another carry, brought down at the 30. Big 3rd down coming up. Still need about 8 yards, a long 8 even, for a first down. I tell you what, it'd been nice to get that field goal on the other end before. You get one here again, it could be an 8-point game. You'd still have a chance at a one score to tie the ball game. Nekoosa needs 2 touchdowns. They run the football. Tuttle takes it outside, breaks the tackle, and I think he's still short of the first down. It is 4th down, but what a great effort by the sophomore Tuttle. Came up about 2 yards short of the chains. So Nekoosa with another big play coming up. At least they got the option here to run or throw. Beats the heck out of that 4th and 16 they were facing a little while ago. Coach Hilber wants a timeout. Columbus will take it. 4:33 to play in the ball game. Nekoosa trailing 20-6. The decision has been made. Nekoosa comes out for a 4th down and 2 from the 24. Everybody tight. Straight ahead. First down yardage, I believe, for Hunter Sipla. So Nekoosa crosses up Columbus. They don't go to Nekoosa. They don't go to Tuttle, but they go to Sipla. And Hunter with the first down yardage from the 20. Nekoosa tucks it up and is wrestled to the ground after a gain of about 1. Nekoosa huddles up. 4:10 now to play in the game. Clock is running. It's almost to the point now in Nekoosa, even if they score on the next play, you probably see an onside kick. As they need the football back. Got to get in the end zone first. Owen. Complete to Tarek Tuttle, I believe. Yep. Tarek Tuttle with a catch. She's got a first down inside the 10-yard line. And I wasn't sure where that ball was going. I couldn't see Tuttle through all the players between Tarek and I. But a good throw by Owen, and Nekoosa down inside. Well, they're going to mark it right at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Nekoosa leans forward for a yard. 3:20 to play in the game. Again, Nekoosa huddles up. From the 4-yard line. Who's got it? Off the right side. That was Tarek Tuttle with the football. And again, he made positive yardage, but still short of the goal line. Down to about the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. They'll throw. Completion. Nekoosa touchdown. Hey, a little surprise that time as Colton Nekoosa snuck out of the backfield. And he catches a 2-yard toss from Owen Linsmeyer. Nekoosa back in this ball game. 20-12 now. Columbus with 2:42 to play in the game. Brad Savage on to attempt the point. He can get the Nekoosa back within 7. Kick is good, but there is a flag. Let's check out the flag. This could be a huge flag if it goes against Nekoosa. Yep, it's a procedure penalty on Nekoosa. So Nekoosa will have to attempt to try again, this time from 5 yards further back. Xavier Vicente comes out now. Was Nekoosa short a player? Evidently. On that last attempt. So I didn't see anybody come off the field. They wouldn't call a penalty because you have 10 on the field, would they? We do it again. And Brad is good. 2:42 to play in the game. Now Columbus 20 and Nekoosa 13. So both sides of the field fired up for this event. Nekoosa back within 7 now, 2:42 to play, onside kick coming. There just ain't no disguising it here. Savage hits a topper. Who did hit? Columbus recovers it. I almost think Nekoosa hit that ball before it went 10 yards too. And there is a flag down. So even if Columbus hadn't recovered that football, it'd still be Columbus football.
Drop some dirt on it,
I believe number 10 covered the kick for Columbus. That was Eric Rupp. Now let's check out the flag. I'm not sure what the options are. If they decline the penalty, Columbus gets the ball where it's at. If they take the penalty, does Columbus get the ball? Yeah, where the flag is. So they'll take the penalty and pick up about 5 yards. Now what does Nekoosa have for timeouts? They have 3 remaining. So number 1, they've got to stop Columbus here. Number 2, they're going to have to use their timeouts. Why don't they cut to the chase, just pick up a fumble and score, huh? 1st and 10, Nekoosa 49-yard line. The crowd is louder now than they have been all night. Left side, nothing. Dylan Bauer puts down Geiger. Nekoosa with a quick timeout, 2:36 to play.
Go slow him down, Kyle. Come on, kid.
Boy, Bauer just threw Geiger that time like he was a rag doll. Again, we'll be in Nekoosa next Friday night. Mauston comes to town for the conference opener. Mauston is 1-2 on the year. I think they beat Belleville last week, 38-35. Big scoring game there. It's going to be an interesting conference season. Westfield's 2-1 and looked pretty good in their first 2 ball games before dropping their game last week to Marshall. They got drilled by Marshall 47-19. Adams Friendship, of course, started the season with a win, but they've looked like the Adams Friendship of old the last couple games. Beat by Cambridge last week 40-0. The Dallas looks impressive. They're 3-0. They topped Watertown Lutheran by 29 points last week. And Watoma 0-3, but you know they're better than 0-3. It's going to be a good conference season. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. They run wide. Nekoosa's there. Number 49 came up to make the play, Xavier Facente. And Nekoosa takes another quick timeout, and Xavier Facente is down on the field. Xavier had a problem with an ankle, I believe. Was that last week he got injured, or 2 weeks ago? But I'm guessing he re-injured that ankle right there. Made a good play from the secondary, though, and he's going to be fine. He's walking it off right now on the sideline. But to summarize the situation, it hurts. Big game coming up on the 27th also of September. Nekoosa travels to Westfield that night. And you never know about Westfield. They can put some points on the board. I think a lot of kids returning from last year. I think Columbus is going to do pretty good this year too in the Capital North. Of course, we just played Poynette last week, and Nekoosa handled them fairly well. Well, actually, winning the game by 35. Given Columbus and Poynette, I got to pick Columbus based on the way they played tonight. I would think that Lodi is a team to beat in the Capital North. They are ranked rather high in the state polls. 3rd and 10 from the 49. Counter play inside, and Nekoosa's defense all over that one. Gonzalez came up to make the stop. Ball carrier was number 8, Hirschleb. And Nekoosa uses their final timeout. So Columbus only takes about, 12 seconds off the clock running those 3 plays. They're all quick hitters. So now it's going to be it's going to be Nekoosa's chance to get the football back. Nekoosa now out of timeouts. Columbus still has 1. Not that they need it. I mean, the goal of Columbus right now is just get a good snap and a clean kick and try to pin Nekoosa back. And again, Nekoosa not a great passing team by any means. It's not their forte. They like to run the ball. And it hurts you in these situations where you're trying to come back from a deficit late in the game. But anything can happen. Nekoosa's had their chances in this game, too. That third quarter drive, they had a 1st and goal at the 4 and couldn't cash in any points. That looms huge right now. Good snap. No pressure at all. Ball goes off the side of the kicker's foot, though. And Nekoosa catches a break there as they're going to mark it at about the 26-yard line. It's only about 25 yards picked up on the exchange there. And now Nekoosa also was 75 yards in front of them to tie this ball game, or at least to get to a chance to tie this ball game. Never know, too. Nekoosa being on the road, if they happen to punch the ball in, they may go for 2, try to win this ball game in regulation. We'll have to see, but for now, we just got to get the ball to the other end. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Single back in the backfield with Linsmeyer from the gun. Owen, quick throw. Got a man. Was that Tuttle with the catch, or is that Nekoosa? I'm not sure. Nekoosa. No, it was Miller, Hunter Miller with a catch. But the helmet came off of Miller, so they had to stop the play, and they also stopped the clock when that happened. So Nekoosa catches a little break there. From the shotgun one more time, Owen down the field. Got a man. Colton Nekoosa, you know what? Tarek Tuttle was running right with Nekoosa, and Tuttle was even more open down the field. And Coach Hilbert doesn't like that. He's going to take the final Columbus timeout.
Come on, Red!
So the intensity picking up here. 2:03 to play yet in the ball game. Time has come. No more timeouts. Either team. 2:03 to play. 1st and 10 for Nekoosa from the 43-yard line.
Red, get up!
Owen in trouble. He goes down. Late hit? No. I thought maybe there was a late hit there, but no flag. So Nekoosa gathers themselves up again. 2nd and 9 now. The ball at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun this time. I'm surprised they weren't in the shotgun the first play. Owen's got a receiver. He's short of the 1st down, though. Hunter Miller at the 35. Clock running, 1:30 to play. 3rd down and 3 now for the Papers. Owen. Right through the hands of Cody Schmidt. Good throw by Owen. 4th down coming up. Clock stopped, 1:17 to play. Let's pick this one up or go home now for Nekoosa. Cody Schmidt looks like he's injured. He needs to get off the field. Need all your receivers out there, by golly. He's got a cramp again. He's one of the players that cramped up so much in the first game of the season for Nekoosa. No shotgun this time. Owen. Ball is incomplete. Nekoosa turns it over on downs. So valiant effort by this Papermaker team, but they're going to come up short tonight. And the Columbus faithful are excited about this year's Cardinal football team, as they are just a minute 13 away from picking up their third win in 4 games. Columbus will come up. All they have to do is take probably about 2 knees. 1 at a time, of course. Schick takes the snap, takes a knee. Now he'll milk that play clock. Of course, the ball hasn't been marked for play yet, I don't think. Now it's marked for play right at the 1 minute mark. Schick waiting for the clock to wind down, or the play clock to wind down. Get 30 seconds, I believe. No, it's 25 seconds to run a play. Takes another knee, clock running. We're down to 30 seconds. I would think the referee will wait until we hit 25 seconds. He does. They don't need to run another play. And both teams are aware of that. The battle is over. And Columbus is going to come out the winner tonight. The celebration begins in Columbus as the Cardinals improve their record to 3-1 on this football season. Nekoosa suffers their first loss of the year. They too are 3-1 heading into South Central Conference play next week at home against Boston. Good ball game though, good ball game. Hard fought ball game. Some big plays made by both teams. Columbus made one more than Nekoosa. And Nekoosa had problems cashing in on some opportunities. Again, a hard-earned win for Columbus tonight here over Nekoosa. Close game throughout. The ball game started, or the scoring started in the first quarter at 3:33 mark. Colton Kokoka took the football 55 yards on a run around the left side. That made it 6-0 after Savage missed the kick. Just 2 minutes later, Kyle Geiger tied the ball game for Columbus. He too on a 55-yard run. And just like Nekoosa, the extra point attempt failed for Columbus, 6-6 after 1 period. Second quarter, it was Columbus with the only scoring. Chance Schick with a 2-yard touchdown run. Will Stormer's kick made it 13-6 Columbus at the break. Columbus increased that lead to 14 points in the third quarter on a 48-yard run by Geiger. Stormer's kick made it 20-6 at that point. Nekoosa had a great drive going toward the end of the third quarter, but it stalled out, and they settled for no points at all. Nekoosa fought their way back, though, with a score late in the ball game with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the game. On a Linsmeyer 2-yard pass to Colton Kokoka, the Savage kick made it 20-13. Nekoosa got the football back, but just could not get the ball down to the end zone before this ball game ended. A real good ball game. Highly competitive ball game, and both schools should be very proud of their football programs here tonight. We had a great time. Time to leave, though. For cameraman Jim Allen, my name is Tom Curse. I want to thank you for joining us, and sure hope you join us again next time for Nekoosa Sports.